Hi, I'm Will Leach, author of Marketing to Mindstates, and this is your Mindstate Messenger. If you're like me, you put a lot of time and effort into making sure that every piece of your content is written in a way that is going to get the most impact for your customers. However, sometimes we need a little bit of perspective on the real impact that you're having. And so that's why using the rule of 60 is really important for you to maximize your content's impact and give you some real life perspective on how impactful you're really being. So first off, I think sometimes we all need some real life perspective on the true impact of our content marketing. Guys, the world is very complex. We are oversaturated with marketing and we are very, very, very busy. So you need to think about the rule of 60 to give you that real life perspective on your content, to set expectations, but more importantly, to understand where to place your most critical information in a piece of content. So I hope you know this, but if you don't, here's a perspective right off the bat. The majority of people never open or read your emails, and they don't see any of the content that you say. Now, you probably know that because if you are tracking any kind of open rates, you know that, if you're getting 40 or 50% open rates on your emails, you're over the moon, right? Because today people just don't read emails like they used to. They delete them or they get pushed into some sort of a spam filter. But even those who engage with your content, they're opening up your emails. Rarely do they get the whole impact that you intend for them. Why? It's because the rule of 60. And here's what the rule of 60 says. So there's been a lot of research to come up with some general rules of thumb around how people engage with content. And the first one is this: 60% of the time, people spend less than 15 seconds on reading a piece of content. So even if you have had them open up your email and maybe even dragging them to a landing page, 60% of the time, they're spending less than 15 seconds reading that. So if you have a long landing page, you're in a lot of problems, because if it takes somebody 2, 3, 4 minutes to get through your landing page, chances are you're losing the vast majority of people who are on it. And most people only scroll through the first 60% of any amount of content before they just leave or jump to the end of it. So you can just right now know that very few people actually make it to the very end of your content. And in fact, research will tell you that only 10% of people, 10% of people don't scroll at all. Whatever that piece of content is, they read that, if they read it all, and then they move on. So listen, people just don't read as much as they used to. So put your most critical information in the first 60% of your content, or maybe even in the first 25% of your content, just to make sure that you're getting maximum eyes on the most critical parts of your messaging. Ultimately, having some behavioral perspective and using the 60 rule can help you to improve your content's effectiveness and help you grow your business using behavioral science. So if you want to learn more about how behavioral science can help you build your business to the next level, then go to the mindstategroup.com, where we have various products and services that will help you create messaging psychologically optimized to get your customers to listen, care, and act.